Back here in this country, the Korean government has okayed a plan to cut greenhouse gas emissions by roughly 37% by year 2030. The power generation sector will see the biggest blow with a reduction of more than 19%. Lee Minyoung reports.
Korea mapped out a new plan to drastically cut greenhouse gas emissions by 37% or 3.15 million tons by 2030. This roadmap, approved by Prime Minister Hwang Kyo-ahn at a cabinet meeting on Tuesday, comes on the heels of the adoption of the Paris Agreement on climate change led by the United Nations, which entered into force in Korea on December 3rd. To minimize the impact on the economy, the government decided to keep the reduction rate below 12% in the industrial sector. To break down the numbers at home, the government plans to cut 64.5 million tons solely in the country's power generation sector, while the industrial sector will have to meet the target of reducing 56.4 million tons of carbon emissions as well. Buildings will also decrease their carbon emissions by 35.8 million tons, and the energy sector will have to cut back emissions by more than 28 million tons. The government says it will strictly ban the construction of new coal plants and increase the supply of green energy that uses renewable sources, such as solar power. The ministry said it will double its Scheduled Renewable Portfolio Standard, or RPS, which requires electricity supply companies to use a certain amount of renewable energy sources when producing energy, to 7% by 2020. The rate is currently set at 3.5%. The public sector will inject more than $950 million into R&D in the clean energy field by 2020, and companies will also be given more emissions rights when they invest more on eco-friendly facilities. Lee Minyoung, Arirang News.